Let's celebrate final day. Love to see everybody who's jumping on here, who's been here all 3 days. Again, I know we've asked for this each day throughout the chat, but say where you're based out of and let us know if you did the homework. So those are two things I'd love to know right off the bat. But Q, how are you doing today, man?
I'm good, dude. I'm good. My little girl has a doctor's appointment, so I'm over
Hmm.
here getting things ready. I got my daughter, she's asleep in her thing. I'll bring her over here so that you guys can say hi. I haven't really
Oh,
shown her off to the whole world just yet, other than like a Facebook post. But she's
yep,
adorable, man. But yeah, I'm
the
excited.
best.
Yeah, I'm ready, dude. Today's gonna be an exciting day. We're gonna give away some stuff for some people that attended,
Yep,
but it's mainly going to be for those who actually participated and submitted their homework. So we're excited, man. We had day one homework, day two homework. This is it. This is it. You know
heck
what I'm
yeah.
saying? So I'm excited,
Yep.
bro. I'm excited. What is on the agenda today, my friend?
Let's make
Aside
it happen.
from the
Well,
giveaway.
yeah. I was gonna say we'll start off by the end of today's calls is that giveaway. So first off, I want to commend everybody on here. Like this has been an awesome challenge. Like to see the amount of people who have showed up every day, who have turned in the homework, who've put in the work. Like I am truly impressed by you guys. Like I do a lot of trainings in general, and this community is super engaged. So shout out to you all. Give yourself a little congrats in the chat to begin with. Like you put in the work this week. There we go. Yeah, I love that. So. Uh, Today, I just wanted to first off start off with that shout out. We will go through a quick, brief recap of just, hey, here's what day one, was focused on, right, building that list, right, finding motivated sellers. Day two was about the marketing playbook. So we'll do a brief recap there. Today, I want to get into the new stuff. I know we want to talk about, yesterday we talked about making offers. I'd love to even just recap, hey, how do we come to that offer number? How do we close that deal, right? Even talk about beyond that dispoing deals, right? So how do we, if we're going to be wholesaling, how do we think about that other side of it, finding cash buyers? How do we build those relationships? And then by the end of this thing, we will be giving away thousands and thousands of dollars of prizes. So we'll be doing a massive giveaway at the end. So Q, does that sound good for agenda? Anything else you wanted to add there, or?
I'm solid, bro.
There we go. Love it. And yeah, dude, dad life. Like, I mean, I've got an 8, 6, and 5-year old, so that's what it's all about, man. So I love seeing you showing up, but also bringing, prioritizing the daughter here. So, um,
Course, guys. This is so exciting, man. These last 3 days have been awesome. So if you're brand new and this is your first day, we're just gonna do a quick recap on everything that we kind of went over day one, day two. And we're gonna open this thing up so that we can give you guys some more tangible advice that you can help that can help you in your business. And then obviously we're gonna give away some stuff. So this is just super exciting, man. I'm
yeah.
excited. Three's always fun.
Absolutely. Yeah, and everything I'm going through here today too. Again, within Deal Machine, we've been around for almost a decade. We've had almost 15,000 deals done using Deal Machine at this point. We have hundreds of YouTube interviews with our customers breaking down how they've done deals. So we have a ton of data and examples and us looking and saying, hey, here's what's working. Here's how to go out there and connect directly and find killer off-market deals. Like here's how you directly connect with motivated sellers and solve problems for them. And so that's what our goal has been, to give you that edge, to give you that playbook over the last 3 days. To quickly recap on our end, what we covered day one was really focused on building that list, right? We talked about a variety of different strategies on how to do this and here, I'll go try to share my screen again. So I know this is going to take a minute. Zoom has been not helpful today again for me this week. So, hopefully it doesn't, if it does crash, I'll be right back on. But, as we're talking this through verbally, on day one, it was all about, okay, how do you build that list of motivated sellers in any market? We talked through all these different options. You've got driving for dollars, which is kind of the OG thing we were known for, right? Is going out there, getting your mobile app primarily. What you can do it on desktop. We taught you a few ways to do that, but on mobile, you pull out your phone, you drive around, and you're looking for fixer-uppers, right? You're looking for those off-market opportunities that don't necessarily appear in any list. They don't necessarily show up through any other data or filters. And our goal there was to help you go out there and look for those properties that need fixing up because those are the most motivated sellers in your market. They're the ones who have a problem property that either can't deal with anymore, don't want to deal with it anymore, have a property that you can go in and help solve a problem for them. It's the leading indicator that it is a motivated seller. And then secondly, they're the least competitive leads in your entire market too. Like they're the properties that not everybody's willing to put in that work and go drive for dollars. So if you did that at all go in the chat. Tell me if you drove for dollars at all. I'd love to know that. That was option one, was physically driving for dollars in your market. Option two was then virtually clicking for dollars. If you did this strategy, put that in the chat. I'd love to know that. We showed you guys how to click around a market within Deal Machine here and literally click down the street and look at the street view images and the satellite images and say, hey, yeah, that property wasn't in good shape. And the one pro tip I shared was look at if that property's been recently sold or not. If it hasn't been recently sold, hey, it's highly likely and probably similar condition to what you're looking at there on the picture. Add leads that way. So we talked about, physically driving for dollars, looking for properties that have a tarp on the roof, gutters falling off, broken board up windows, front yard, backyard's a mess, signs of distress, signs of vacancy. Looks like it might be vacant. And then we talked about virtually clicking for dollars there. Third thing we got into here, guys, was using AI to help us along the way too, which was pretty awesome. I know that was fun to blow Q's mind because we're always adding new stuff. Here we go. Now it's working, right? Perfect. So we talked through, and I've just got like a general list right here. We said, hey, you know what? Use this AI vision builder down here. Pop this open, and we've got you as is with any AI tool. You give it instructions, you prompt it to go do something, and it will go do that thing. It'll go analyze these images for you. Our AI assistant in here, Alma, that it has access to the property data, it has access to the owner consumer data, it has access to the satellite and street view images that you would see by virtually driving for dollars. So I could take a list of 196 properties and say, you know what? Show me only the distressed ones based on the images of these properties. Go through, identify signs of distress based on street view and satellite images, and look for things like, and we just described driving for dollars, right? It's neglected landscaping, structural damage, broken roofs, board up windows, great. And then if it has any, the more signs, the better. If it has any, great. It's a lead. And then go in, this is the one that I did say, hey, heads up, it costs 2 cents per property to take this route, right? Like it takes a little bit of an investment there. It's, $3.92 for these 196 properties, but you're buying back your time, right? You're buying back your ability to go in and instead of having to look at every single one of these properties in this area, you can now just click build with AI vision and it will go through one at a time and pick out those properties for you. So the first part of the training was focused on the driving for dollars approach. If anyone did the AI driving for dollars, throw that in the chat. I'd love to know what you learned there. I'd love to know your feedback on that. As I go through this as well, please, continue to put your key takeaways from this entire challenge in there. Like we have a ton of smart people, a ton of driven people in here making changes, learning new things, going out and implementing, turning around. We asked you guys to do a lot this week. I know you learned a ton from this process. So please go in there and share that in the chat. But
If there's any type of niche list, or maybe somebody created something a little bit different that was outside of the spectrum of what Matt and I
mhm.
talked about, come on, guys, let's all just share. It's not gonna like honestly, there's plenty we're literally a dime in the middle of an ocean of money being made in this business. So like if anybody
Yeah.
had anything creative that they did, let us know. Let us know in the comments. We want people to collaborate. This challenge is a team effort. Team. All right. So that's us trying to get to the same place together. So for sure.
Yep. Absolutely. And if you haven't done any of this yet, yourself, again, Q, if you guys could keep throwing in the chat, we have our 7-day free trial for you guys and a bunch of free bonuses we hooked you up with. Gave you a ton of free marketing credits and things like that to be able to do calling and direct mail and all of that. 500 free calling minutes, 50 free postcards through your guys' link. So make sure if you're going to actually sign up and try this stuff out with our free trial, make sure to use that link that we set up to hook you guys up because it's going to give you all the stuff that you wouldn't normally get. So, um, awesome. Have all that done there. Also, part of day one, we talked about building a list, right? We went in there and said, okay, great. How do we think about data? How can we choose an area, then start to filter by, property types and, show me properties that are off market. We're looking for those killer off market deals, right? And then, oh, by the way, show me properties that have these characteristics, this, certain price points, bed bath count. I mean, we've got 700 plus data filters to work with right here, guys. And we walked you through on day one exactly how to think about layering those on when it comes to the property itself. And then also when it comes to seller motivations. So the final step was you picked an area, you started to filter by about the property itself, and then you layered on things like, hey, you know what? show me properties that are owned by, tired landlords, for example. Here just on my map right here, I've got 2,328 properties that, may be owned by a tired landlord. And, we go in and we define each of those data points here for you as you go look inside Deal Machine. But it was more about the process of how to think about this together and how to build out that list most effectively that we really tried to nail day one together. So again, keep putting in the chat. I'd love to see the chat's blowing up here. Love to see how interactive you guys have been this whole time. Keep putting in the chat what you learned through building lists, what criteria you were using, what filters you thought were working well, and would love to hear that feedback. So that was day one right there. Q, do you think I missed anything from day one in terms of list building?
I think the main thing that we wanted to make sure that everybody understood is when you're starting to build out your list and you utilize the quick filters that you select the match all point because that's how you stack motivation indicators together. Otherwise, your
Yes.
list is going to be way more huge than it needs to be. So remember, he selected off market, then he put tired landlords, but he also selected match all to stack. So it's
Big
a
tip.
great thing to do. Don't forget the match all button. I've had some students of mine make that mistake. I feel like if we could give Deal Machine any feedback, we need to make that thing bigger. The match all button needs to be bigger.
Yeah, yeah, I get that. Yeah, and the biggest thing is if you start throwing on filters and the numbers getting bigger, then hey, that's something's off there, right? So in terms of number of properties that match your criteria. So great pro tip there. I will share too. Let me see if I can find this. We have an office hours link too. So we go live 4 days a week. Here we go. There it is. We go live 4 days a week, just answering questions from anyone who wants to jump on and have a conversation with our head of customer success, Ryan. He's super, super helpful. So feel free to just bookmark that. There you go, 1 p.m. today. Bookmark that link and go in and say hi. Say, hey, I was in Q's challenge, and hey, I have this question or that question. And, I know. The more you dig into this, the deeper you dive, you might get some questions about, oh, how do I do this or that? Awesome. Like have that resource to be able to jump on that four
What's
days
up,
a week
everyone?
and
Welcome
and
back to
say hello. And Ryan is super, super helpful throughout this, and in general, he's just like a wealth of knowledge. So go use that as much as possible. All right. So day one, built that list. Day two, yesterday, we said, okay, great. Now it's time to take real action. Here's where things get real. Here's where, we want you to actually go out, and here's where deals happen. It's not just the process of building the list, but it's what you do with that list. How do you turn these addresses into appointments? And so, like, for example, here's a list I built in a zip code in Georgia. Right here, you'll notice right away we did a deep dive on showing you all of the data you get to have an unfair advantage in your market. You get phone numbers, you get emails of those property owners included with your Deal Machine subscription right there for free. Normally, I mean, I have 206,000 leads in here. That could be 20 grand plus to get phone numbers and emails for. You have that in Deal Machine. Take full advantage of that. Like go out there. We are literally handing you everything, including one click to call button. You're one click away from doing a deal potentially right there sitting in front of you. So we showed you guys all of that contact info. We showed you, hey, you have all this property data, right, about the property itself, the property, the land, the transaction history, the tax information, even estimated rehab costs, ballpark numbers. About the owner itself, you can click on the owner and see more about them. And oh, this, Terrence has a portfolio, and here's more about their background. So you've got all this consumer data. You've got everything you possibly need lined up, ready to have an awesome conversation that would take hours to scour the internet for that information. You've got that right in front of you, one click away. So you're coming in, again, there's that unfair advantage in your market. You're coming in ready to have an amazing conversation. Just ask great questions because you did your homework. You were prepared. So that was all right in front of you. We then said, hey, go out there and make phone calls. You're one click away from calling. The amazing thing with phone calls is that you have an AI assistant inside the call in real time in our dialer guiding you on where to take that call. That was one thing that was amazing to show off yesterday is when you click to call Terrence right here. Here, I'll just show you the what do I say button. You click on that and hey, it's going to give you a prompt of how you can open that phone call. And as you go through, as you talk to Terrence or whatever, whatever seller you're talking to, having that conversation with them, you're going to actually be able to prompt the AI, see the entire conversation being transcribed in front of you, and you can keep clicking that "What do I say next" button, and it'll give you ideas on where to go with that conversation. And so, even if you've never cold called before in your life, it makes you, feel sick to your stomach of not knowing what to do or how to have that conversation. Try that out and just follow that guide, and you'll get better and better and better at it. Like you getting comfortable being uncomfortable is where you grow. That is how you get better and better and better. So we taught you guys all about that using the AI dialer, using getting out there and calling. You have emails right here for every seller as well, so you can actually use those to reach out. We talked about door knocking a little bit. We talked about direct mail a little bit. Q, is there anything else on the marketing side? We talked about voicemails. And anything else that you think we need to recap on yesterday's marketing playbook?
Guys, I feel like one of the most important things that came from this marketing playbook was making sure that you are rotating your marketing efforts. Don't just rely on one. We want
Hmm.
multiple poles in the water, right? You could be the guy that's sitting at the pier with one pole in the water trying to catch a fish. You could be the person who has four in the water that's increasing the chances. So as you go about cold calling, make sure that you're leaving a call to action in the voice message to call you back and that it's important, right? Make sure that you're pulling their email addresses, sending them a quick email real fast, right? Something that's very important. Send them a postcard if you're unable to get a hold of them. If you're still unable to get a hold of them from there, go and throw it into a route. You guys can select up to like 10 of these houses at once. And then in lead actions, you'll be able to actually go into this whole thing and it'll create a driving route for you. So that will appear on your app, which is super
Hmm.
freaking cool. So I think you have to add them to a list. Like you create the
You
list
do.
and you
Yeah.
then you create driving route. But
Yep.
that's something that's really cool, man. Like so you don't even need to have like a third party app like Google Maps and then write down all the addresses. Just with the app out and then your location settings on, you can immediately start planning out your route and driving for dollars. While you're driving for dollars, maximize your potential. If you're spending gas money, make sure you got your swag with you. You need your flyers, you need your handwritten postcards, you need your handwritten letters, you need your envelopes with marketing material, you need your door hangers, you need all of the information about your company with brochures. If you want to go the extra mile, I mean it costs you less than 150 bucks to look legit. You know what I'm saying? Go and get a
Hmm.
shirt made, put your company logo on it, grab a hat, put your company logo on it. Things like this are important. So as you begin driving for dollars, you keep the app out because when you're driving for dollars, you're also looking for more distressed, abandoned, dilapidated properties.
Yep.
So we're talking about maximization of marketing efforts. Make sure that when you're out there that it's intentional. Don't just drive the route and knock on the doors. Make sure you're looking at the two houses that are next to the property that you're knocking on in the first place, and then the three houses across the street. We call that the 2 by 3 method. So when you knock on one door and they don't answer, but it's the person you're trying to get a hold of, let's knock on left door neighbor, right door neighbor, and then the three houses across the street to get the scoop on what's going on to the property that we're looking at. And then you do that over and over and over and over again, slapping bandit signs on these things, slapping flyers on these things, putting freaking envelopes inside the door. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. Like really maximize what you're doing. That's how you really progress utilizing these apps. The app just helps you make it easier, but it's what we
Yep.
do when we're utilizing the easiness of the app that makes it better for us.
Man, so good. Yeah. So make sure to rewatch that replay from yesterday as well. But yeah, that was really, really good stuff, Q. Um, the final phase on this today, and I'd love to really retouch on this one more time. When you're having those conversations with sellers, you reached out, you're starting to ask about the property or, see if they're interested in selling. You talk through, hey, why are they looking to sell? When are they looking to sell? What price are they looking for? These individual kind of high level talking points. When it comes to actually making an offer as well, a couple things we showed you yesterday is when you click into a property, if you're on Deal Machine Pro, you get our AI assistant down here too. So we popped this open and talked about like how do you calculate an offer price, right? Like that's this our AI assistant has a preset prompt that will help you think through an offer price for a wholesale deal, for example. Q, do you want to do just a quick little kind of crash course on coming to that max allowable offer, like how to think about, hey, when they ask like, what are you going to offer me, like how to have that, how to navigate that with a seller there?
Of course. Guys, so whenever you prep for an offer, it's about education. So I know we had a lot of people that were making calls. The goal was to at least make a few different offers, right? Guys, so what we want to do is we want to utilize Alma to give us a general idea based on the outside of the property and Google Images to give us our estimated repair value cost. Now,
Hmm.
again, it's gonna be either I'd say the as accurate as Deal Machine is, it's either 10 off, like 10 up, 10 below. So you can kind of keep that into consideration that there is some wiggle room on those estimated repair costs because they're only going off the outside of the house. It may be more, maybe less, but it is better than a number. It's better than not having a number. And so
Hmm.
again, the goal is to educate. That's what we do for homeowners. We don't just like say, "Hey, this is how much we're willing to give you for your property, take it or leave it." No, this is how we came to that number. So like you can utilize Alma. Alma kind of break things down for you. You can say, "Hey, Alma, go ahead and create like a pitch for me to explain the rehab," and
Yeah.
she'll go ahead and take those numbers and she'll analyze the property and she'll give you a solid script to go off of to justify whatever numbers that you came up with for your rehab costs. And then remember, guys, it's about educating. If they're going through some type of probate issue or something like that, then what do you know about probate? How can you educate them on the process? The more that you know, the easier that it is for people to trust you. Guys, I mean that's the universal truth to this. It's never sales. This is not sales. We're not selling anybody on anything. The goal here is to help people. And so when you have a product that's formidable that helps everybody that you meet, then the sale happens on its own. You don't have to push so much. So make sure that you have all of your ducks in a row. You want the rehab estimate, you want the number that you're going to offer, you want the explanations to that number, you want the solutions to their problems outlined. Okay? So, guys, there's something that I'd like y'all to write down, and I don't want you to ever forget it. Whenever you're about to present an offer to a property, okay, and that you have the time, you've done your 5 minute due diligence, you've kept them on the phone long enough to hear your number. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. So have everything in line, and when you begin pitching, you have it all in front of you. And so again, when you prepare properly, you prevent poor performance. So guys, just make sure that y'all write that down. But yes, that I mean that's the in my opinion best way to begin pitching offers. We're trying to help people here. The more people that we help, the easier that it is.
So good. I love seeing the takeaways in the chat. Keep sharing those, guys. These are really really good. We had a question about litigators as well. We do have a known litigators list scrub already in Deal Machine, and you'll even find contacts in there that says that it's labeled right there for you. And we actually remove the phone number to help protect you guys. So it'll tell you right there, hey, no phone number because this is a known litigator. So Arturo had asked around that. Um, really really good stuff. Awesome. Um, Great. So we talked through all of that day one, two, three. Love the mindset shift there, Q, on how to think about answering that question of what are you going to offer me, right? As you go through Q, I'd love to hear on the dispo side as well. Well, actually, is there anything else when it comes to closing the deal you want to share? I know there's the other side of this for wholesaling a deal, but
Of course. I feel like when anybody here gets their first contract signed, the more information that you can gather in that person, the easier that it's going to be for our title companies and escrow officers and closing attorneys to navigate through the property. So guys, what I always do whenever I close the deal, get a property under contract, that's the first close. There's another one afterwards, and that's you getting a buyer. That's close two, and then there's close three, and that's both people getting paid, right? So that's like
Mhm.
the buyer funding then the title company receiving funds, seller getting their money, and then you're getting your check, right? That's a wholesale deal. Essentially, you have to close three people, right? So
Yep.
what am I saying is, guys, is on that first one, right? The more information that you can gather from that seller, the easier that it's going to be for you to close a deal faster. It's one thing to just turn in a contract, but to turn in a contract with a copy of all of the personal information of your client is going to speed up the process. Guys, what I always do in my agreements, there's a place there so they can give me the last four of their social. The title company is going to need that. I make sure that I have like a scanner with me. You can use Notes in iPhone, or you can download a scanner app for free on Android. You can easily just scan a copy of their driver's license and then send that in with the contract. Then what I typically do is I have the seller fill out an information sheet. Now, most title companies, not all title companies, like I remember I did a deal in Detroit and the lady didn't know what a seller information sheet was, and that blew my mind. But a seller information sheet typically has all of the information that your seller needs. Is there an active mortgage against the property? Is there any type of liens? Are you aware of any form of debt? Is there a judgment that you recently had that may be filed against the home? Are you on Medicare? You're not on Medicare? Is there child support involved? Is there not child support involved? The more information that they can gather, and if like, your seller has a mortgage, then the goal is to get them to fill out the mortgage company information with the reference number and the phone number to the mortgage company so that your title company can call the mortgage company and request a payoff. So like guys, there's so much that you can do right up front that'll speed up the time frame of how you can close. And a lot of you guys are making a huge mistake offering a 14-day close when you know for a fact that you don't even have all your ducks in a row. In the beginning, if you want that 14 to 10 day close, you have to make sure that when you execute the contract, you execute gathering all of the information that your title company requires to close the deal effectively. So just remember that, guys. That's fair trick of the trade. Anybody that's involved with today's call, if you don't have a seller information sheet, I'll give you a copy of one when we send this video recording off in email.
Amazing. Yeah, that's so good. I will say one quick pro tip inside Deal Machine here. We have some like light, we don't call ourselves a CRM by any means, but we have some light features here to just stay organized. Like you can add notes here and add tasks as well. So that way you're just making sure you're working that pipeline and you're always following up with sellers here. So, those organizational tips will separate you and make sure that no lead falls through the cracks and that you're not, you're always following through with what you say you're going to do, right, with that seller. Um, when it comes to, we talk about like, the A to B transaction, getting the house, under contract, the B2C side, thinking about dispo, right? Thinking about your cash buyer list, thinking about who to wholesale that property to. There's a couple things in Deal Machine I can share here when it comes to the map that are super, super powerful. And it's like, man, take advantage of this too. So, I talked about yesterday. We have, the data around phone numbers and emails. We also have corporate skip tracing built in as well. So we have LLC owners, the agent organizer right there. We have all that data as well in general too. And when it comes to cash buyers, like if someone owns a big portfolio and they're looking to add to it and be a great cash buyer, hey, you know what? We've got skip trace data for those individuals. Like take advantage of that data. Like go in there and that's data that's not easy to find other places. It's not easy. It takes forever and it's not cheap to go do that. So go leverage those kind of corporate owned lists as well to as potential cash buyers. And so if you're thinking through the other side of the wholesale transaction here, a couple things I would do. For example, if I was in 63109 here, I'm in St. Louis, which by the way, I do deals here in St. Louis, so always looking at network here too. If you do anything here in the St. Louis market, reach out to me. Love to be able to connect directly too. Um, but if you're inside Deal Machine here and you're like, yeah, I have a deal in Southampton right here in 63109, and I want to find other people who buy in that area, other cash buyers, couple things you can do right off the bat. One, we have a very general cash buyer filter up here. So if you go in our quick filters, we have cash buyers categorized as, hey, properties whose owner might be able to purchase properties outright with cash without the need for a loan. Great filter like that. That's going to be your largest list, and you've got 1,843 potential, people to reach out to in that area. Now, those are properties, right? You might have some people who own 20 properties. So when it comes to whittling down the number of contacts, it might be, a few hundred rather than, 1,800, right? But you having that information right there, that cash buyer filter to be able to hone in on a specific geographic area and find other cash buyers immediately around there, that's option number one. An awesome, awesome list that you can just pull and run with. Option number two is within this area. We again, I mentioned we have consumer information, right? Like data about the individual owners too. Option number two would be, hey, we have owner information about the property portfolios as well. And so you could come in here and say, hey, you know what? Show me everyone in 63109 that owns multiple properties or owns, we'll say greater than or equal to 5 properties. That's a pretty good indicator that they might be looking to buy more in that market, right? And so If you confirm that, great. Now we've got 1,261 properties. So we've got two options here. We've got the general cash buyer and we've got the larger portfolio owner in this area. So if you lock up a deal in this zip code, hey, here are two awesome ways to start networking with cash buyers on the back end of that if you're going to wholesale that deal. And then the final thing, third option here too, and Q, I didn't even know if you knew all of this data, all these individual things that we've got going on here. But this third data point is owner is a house flipper. Really, really strong. It's great for just we look at transaction data and say, okay, great. Let's see if we have any. We have 15 right there in 63109 that are flippers themselves because we look at the transaction data, look at, okay, they bought here 6 months later, they sold here, and it was a large spread. Awesome. Like we're coming up with those connections and giving you house flippers there too. So owner's a house flipper, number of owned properties, and cash buyers. All three of those filters, like super, super useful, super helpful on the dispo side. But Q, any thoughts there or any other advice on the wholesale side, like cash buyers and how to identify those and that whole world?
Cash buyers is fun, guys. I don't know if y'all know this, but I run a Dispo Lab community, right? So, Dispo Labs is like a premier networking place where essentially we all share buyers lists. It's great. On top of that, we also have like an active cash buyers list of over 4.8 million available for free. So, Alex, if you'd like, drop that link into the group chat so that everybody here can have access to this giant cash buyer list. Now, utilizing the cash buyer list that's already in this platform, right? What we do, guys, is we host this thing. It's called Network Wars, and that is a 30-day challenge of all of us doing exactly what Matt is showing us how to do today. It's pulling our list of cash buyers, cold calling them, and locking them into joining our private listing network so that anytime that we post a real estate deal, they get a text message, they get an email, they get a notification ping to the top of their phone that we have a literal freaking deal for them in their area that fits their criteria. So, guys, if y'all are interested in trying out this PLN network thing that we're doing, it's called Private Listing Network. It's basically like a wholesaler MLS. For all of you guys that are wanting to kind of take your disposition side to the next level, what Matt and I have been going over the last 3 days has all been acquisition, right? So we're talking about acquiring properties. Acquiring properties is one piece, disposition is the other piece, and that is literally doing cash buyer stuff. So, guys, on Saturday, I plan on going live for 4 hours straight and cold calling cash buyers and building a buyers list in your face. So, utilize all of these tools that you're learning, like how Matt's pulling a cash buyers list, the Dispo tools and Dispo networks that are available for you. All of these things are there for you so that you can really just get your deal done and focus more on, which is, in my opinion, the harder part of the business, finding distressed houses, right? Finding buyers is easy. That's gonna be, I mean, there are so many people I know. For some of y'all might think like, what? There's just no way, right? But guys, I'm gonna tell y'all from experience, money's everywhere. That's the easiest thing. I'm a cash buyer. Like you can send me properties in Houston, San Antonio, Laredo, El Paso, Dallas, Fort Worth. I buy in all these areas. So guys, y'all can send me deals that y'all got and I will literally purchase them myself. I ain't double assigning, double closing on anything. If I can't buy it, I got a buyer for it. So, guys, there's cash buyers everywhere. Matt himself is a real estate investor, so like Matt has been in the business too. You think
Mhm.
he ain't just teaching deal machine. My guy actually does the business, as you can see, right? So like I would say even Matt would be somebody that I would try to send a property to, and if it meets
Yep.
the criteria, then it works, right? So it's just something to think about, guys. Building the network of buyers is the easy part. This stuff that we've been going over for the last 3 days, this part right here kind of requires some time and some work. But that's my opinion on the cash buyer stuff, guys. It's all networking at the end of the day. Lead with value, and you'll never be disappointed.
Man, so good. Yeah, I'm serious about the St. Louis deals for sure. We got three flips going right now, so always looking to buy on that side. I'll share in the link in a few links in the chat here right now. I don't know, Alex, if you could share that 7 day free trial again, that would be amazing. Q, I love that you've got a guest on the call right here. Amazing. Look at that. She is so cute, dude.
People, my baby. This is my daughter Veda, y'all.
That is amazing. Oh man. Well, what a guest appearance there. I love it. So this is an awesome way to wrap up the challenge here. I'm having baby fever. There you go. Yeah, I've got both my brother and sister have a 1 year old or younger now, so we've got a ton of babies going in the family right now. It's been pretty fun. So incredible. Uh, so the office hours, I put that in the chat. Make sure to bookmark that link. Jump on if you have deal machine questions. I did a demo video playlist in there for you too. So that way, if you go in and you're like, how do I do this feature or that feature? There's a like 30 plus demo videos, I believe, in that list. Just go in there, check it out, and that'll answer some questions here for you too. But Q, I know I was trying to look through for questions. I'm happy to take any other urgent questions here, but I do know we want to get to that giveaway here soon too. So
For sure, for sure. I got a baby appointment I got to get to anyway. So I'm okay with answering a couple questions, and let's just go ahead and drop this giveaway thing right now to the people who actually completed the homework. So, guys, I want you to understand if you're going to get this giveaway, you had to have done homework both day one and day two, right? And so we're only going off of this for the people who actually submitted the homework that really followed through with the challenge. Remember, guys, we talked about this being an interactive thing, right? We want all of you guys to win, but you also got to be able to put in the work to receive things. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing great in this world ever came that you didn't have to work hard for, in my opinion. So, although we're talking about giving away some free stuff,
yep,
come on, man. Let's
we're
earn it, right?
we're rewarding the action takers. Yeah, exactly. Yep, yep. So going through here, I'm pulling the list. Are we looking at? Did you say day one and day two, or? But okay, gotcha. Cool. Um, let me
Both.
uh let me validate this list here too. So we had it looks like we had 30. Yeah, we had like 34 or 33 finish up day one homework, which is amazing. Day two, which I know was way more, it was continuous. It was very challenging. We gave you a quick turnaround time, all of that. We had, I think, seven do that one, six. Um, so we're looking at those six. You said that, Q?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Making sure I pull that then. Amazing. All
We're
right.
getting some last minute submissions right now, y'all.
Alex, do you see any other ones? I want to make sure I include them.
Come on, drop the link real quick, y'all. Submit real fast. We're about to do this.
Yeah, we'll
What
give you
if I
guys
come
one
up
more
and
minute.
pull a list live? Can I get thrown in?
Well, you get that was day one. Day two, you got to also we had to call, leave voicemails, make offers, all of that too. So that's why day two
I
was
made an
challenging.
offer.
Say it
Correct.
again.
But submitting the homework, that's what we're
I know.
talking.
I'm just giving you a hard time, bro.
Hey, I love the action though here. I love the action taking from all you guys. Regardless, like to be able to see that many people follow up with either the homework submissions was awesome. So um, here we go, Alex. Cool, perfect. I'll wait for that. In the meantime, while we're waiting for those final submissions, any other questions here? I'm trying to scroll the chat, Alex. Did we miss any other questions here? Um, let's see. Yvonne, were you talking about on-market properties? Is that to clarify that question? Like if they listed active? I don't
Also, everybody that looked at my baby, rub your screen. I don't want y'all to give my baby ojo.
know. There you go.
Ojo's a real thing.
Love it. All right, let's see here. Got no, oh, talking about the buy box. Um, yeah, Yvonne, are you in a spot to be able to unmute? Happy to answer any question there. Wow, we got a contract signed, but that's
Oh,
there we go. I mean, that's the real prize, right? That's incredible.
that is
Zinuri,
right.
Zinuri, can you unmute and talk about that at all? I think it's is it, Zinur Chaudhary. Uh,
Dinyar Chad Hurry. It's a good, crazy name. I don't even know how to freaking.
Hi there. I was having my lunch.
there we go.
How are you, my friend?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Dude, let us know how you did that.
Well, getting on the phone, picking it up, all the people and follow the what you guys been teaching. pretty much. I just talked to them. I said, look, how interested to purchase the property, and I did some ARV and all of the calculation, and I made an offer. They came back. Then I went back and make an offer again, and they accepted it. I just signed the contract 5 minutes ago.
Let's
Wow, dude,
go.
that's
Let's
incredible.
go,
I
man.
mean,
Congratulations.
it's not
Better.
again, yeah, it's not rocket science. It's putting in the work, guys. That's unreal. So,
Right. I just had to work like 6 hours on the phone, but I got the deal.
yep. Wow.
Congratulations, man. God bless,
Congrats.
Thank you.
man.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Where's that
Appreciate
deal?
you.
What
Oregon.
Oregon? Okay, cool. Wow.
I know it's a world apart, but
That's so awesome. Well, keep us posted on how that's going. And yeah, here congratulations to everybody. I see in the chat. Well, one, everybody jump in the chat and give a little congrats here, show your support. But two, we've seen
thank
that
you so much. Appreciate it so much.
absolutely. And two, we've seen some people make some great progress. Saw a bunch of people call in. Q, you'll have to keep us posted on the results from this thing. 'Cause that's amazing. All right, got multiple people making offers and stuff. Alex, could you do me a favor and any of the last minute submissions, because I was going to do the giveaway here, could you throw them in the chat, the names, any other ones? Just making sure I get everybody. As we get to this, Q, I know on our end, again, we talked about it yesterday. I think we talked about it on day one as well. We're giving away an entire year of Deal Machine Pro. So we are giving away basically deals in a box. Like, here's everything you need from a technology standpoint, from a data standpoint, marketing, like take the playbook you learned today, take the technology you have there, you get everything unlocked there for an entire year. Like, you are obligated to go do deals once you have when you have all this. Like, you have everything you need to be set up for success. So we're giving away that. Q, can you remind me of the grand prizes here on your side too?
I'm giving away 100,000 skip trace leads for any market.
Wow,
And then we're also giving away a year's worth of free access to my high tip,
top
my
tier.
community, my
Yeah,
community codes, guys.
amazing,
So
amazing.
that's literally like a freaking $1,200 value just there. The 100,000 skip tracings, a $15,000 value, typically around 15 cents. Deal machine for a year, you're looking at about $1,500 value. It's crazy. Like, we're giving away almost $20,000 worth of prizes right now. Like, this is insane.
That's huge. Uh, Thank you for dropping that in the chat here too, Alex. Here we go. Are those are the extra names too, you said? Oh wow. Nice. Well, we just like doubled our our entry size. We got 13 people now. All right, let's do this. Okay. So, great job getting everything in there, guys. Q, that's an unbelievable amount of prizes we're giving away here. Are we doing this in one spin for somebody win everything, or are we doing this in multiple?
We're doing three spins.
Three
So
spins.
one. So we can start off with the first one, which is the year ticket to my coaching. Let's spin the wheel whenever you're ready, but we gotta share the screen.
Yep. Here we go. You guys can see that one?
Yep.
All right. So, we're gonna give away this first one. This is the year coaching first. Is that what you said?
Year
Year
coaching.
coaching right here. Everybody give me a little drum roll, please. All right. Let's see. Giving away live. Hey, Joshua Jones.
My
There we
guy.
go. There we go. Congratulations. Awesome to
Message
see it.
Message Alex and then send her your email address and we got you, man. Welcome, brother, and super excited for you, dude. Let's get it. Everybody, come on, man. What is this if we can't be happy when other people are winning, right? If we're gonna be happy for when we win, we want other people to be praising when we're winning. We gotta praise when other people are winning too. So let's everybody drop a freaking congrats, a fire emoji, claps, whatever, man. Clap
There we
right
go.
now. Got your camera on. Let's get it. We love you guys, man. So, Josh, dude,
Work
congratulations,
flare.
brother. Let's go ahead and rock it. Let's spin it again.
All right. Second one, is this going to be Deal Machine or Skip Traces? Which
It's
one?
gonna be Deal Machine.
All
Deal
right.
Machine.
Here we go. Get in touch with me. You're going to get a whole year. All right. And you're obligated to do deals here today if you win this thing. Oh,
Who to get to?
Ben. There we go.
Ben. Let's
Ben.
go, Ben.
Way to put in the work, Ben. There we go.
Honestly,
Congratulations.
dude, I know Ben's in the
So,
community. Like,
so
dude,
I actually
Ben,
won Deal Machine last month. If
I
Yeah,
see
somebody
you
it.
won.
else,
oh,
I
You won
recognize your name.
last month.
he did.
yeah,
Oh,
Yes.
oh my
I won it
God.
with
You're
40
so
people last
lucky,
time.
Ben.
Keep his name on there for the skip tracing. because he's doing this. You know what I'm
There we go.
saying?
I
So,
thought he
Yeah.
sounded
by the
familiar.
way, Ben, you need to go and grab a lottery ticket, bro.
I know.
You're so lucky, Ben.
I've had
See,
a
I
lot of bad
recognize
luck
that
lately.
name.
This is good luck.
That's
Let's,
ridiculous.
let's
But
spin again. Let's spin again. That's crazy.
so is this one for the deal machine then?
This is still for Deal Machine. Yes.
And Ben won the skip traces? Is that what you're saying?
No, no, we're gonna keep Ben in there for the last poll because
Got
Okay.
it. Yeah, cool.
he
Cool.
may have won the skip trade, the Deal Machine stuff, but it's not fair. Let's do one more Deal
Here we
Machine.
go. I love the shout out on the branded wheel too. Here we go.
Dang,
Hector. Hey.
Hector? Which one? Hector Roman?
Alex,
Hector,
do you know
my
which one?
boy?
Let me see.
Maybe email address or yeah, Roman.
My boy.
Yeah,
Yes, dude.
There we
yeah.
go.
Hector. Dude,
Only have
Hector,
one
look
Hector
at
on here,
that,
so.
bro. Look at God, man. Look at God. Come on. We were just talking about expenses and what Hector was needing to invest to get his business going. So I don't know if you guys know this, but Hector and I were doing some stuff behind the scenes, man. And this is a huge blessing for Hector. Really, like, man, this is huge, dude. Wow. Look at God. Okay, so there we go. Hector,
Incredible.
congratulations,
Alex,
man. You need to reach out to Matt, and Matt will be the one to
yes.
send you everything that you need to get your free year, bro.
Yep. Alex, could you connect us via email real quick? Is that okay if you have Hector's email? Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to message you now.
Awesome.
Dude,
Hector,
crazy.
congratulations, man. That's unbelievable. So
Come on, dude. And he joined the challenge like midday late on day one and still did it. Like, come on. It's crazy.
well,
Okay.
we're in the action takers. There we go.
This
So
is it,
we got
y'all.
one more.
This is the $15,000 ticket right here. Okay.
Here we
Like,
go.
this is pretty insane. You won't need data for like a whole year after this. Okay, so
You're getting hooked up. Here we go. Let's do
spin it.
this.
Come
Last
on.
one.
Who is it? Ben,
Nope.
bro, come on, Ben. No way.
I'm changed my name to Spin
I
where
didn't-
someone in spins.
I did not rig this thing, guys. This is ridiculous.
You're
Hey,
so lucky.
I'm about to go. I'm about to do some push-ups now. Damn.
Congrats.
3 times. Wow. Okay.
Wow.
That's great. Hey,
Wow.
it's still earned. Ben has been with part of the challenges. He's been doing the work. He's consistent. This is a common example of staying consistent and getting compounded wins in the time frame. You know what I'm saying? So, guys, that's what this is all about. The more consistent that we are, the more that we see dubs. So, guys, this has been such a super fun challenge. This whole thing has just been awesome. Last piece of advice that Matt, what can you give to everybody as far as advice goes as they progress? And guys,
Mhm.
this is something that you can do all the time. Don't just do it because we're doing it together as a team every month. Run it
Yep.
back again. You know, these are just 3 days of structure, and this is what your week could look like twice a week with one break on a Sunday for church or worship or whatever, family time, whatever you guys got going on. You know, so what's a piece of advice that you would give, Matt, to everybody that's in this call right now?
Yeah, I mean, really, you just heard too. I mean, we had literally a contract where he said, "Hey, I did what you guys said. Like, I followed the playbook, I put in the work, and it led to a deal." And you might get lucky and get like what Q did, call the first person on, on live camera. And like we talked about day one, and Q did that and called like it was like the second or third person live on camera and did a deal right there. You might get connected right there and find a motivated seller. Amazing. It might take you, significantly longer than that. That is okay. You don't lose unless you give up here, guys. Like you have the playbook, you have the technology you need. You've got this data that is so incredibly valuable now for such, we try to over deliver on value there by giving you guys that data, the tool and the knowledge and the playbook all together. Like if you've gone through this experience, you know exactly what to do. You are on your path. Just keep going. I'm very, very excited to see all you guys continue to take a step forward and get better and better. So please keep in touch with me. I'll throw my email in the chat so that way you have my direct line too. Like I'd love to hear how it's going throughout your journey as well. Whenever you do a deal, get in touch with me, and we'd even have you on our YouTube channel talking about how you did that deal, breaking it down. So please keep in touch through all this stuff. We've seen almost 15,000 deals done this way. I would love for you guys to be, 15,001 and continue this way. So
Every single person, like to add on to what Matt's saying, for every single person that completed the homework, Matt said that he would do a private call with all of the winners who participated in the challenge that submitted their homework on both day one and day two. Even if you didn't do all the homework for day two, we know that that was tough, okay? But we still want you, we still want to help you. So guys, Matt and I will coordinate with y'all to set a date on the calendar to do more of a deep dive into Deal Machine so that you guys can really get connected. And again, y'all, when you sign up for Deal Machine, you don't just get an app, you get a whole team. You get a team of people that want you to win. Deal Machine is like
We're here for you.
just a freaking application, it's a community. So make sure that you guys get involved. I know the free trial thing is almost up, but I promise you, if you guys commit to just one software, best advice I could ever give y'all right now, no unicorns, consistent as a tree. Stick to one thing and one thing only, tunnel vision. Don't look at all the shiny things around you. If I go into the backyard right now, there's a tree over there, and I hate that tree, but it's there every day. It's more consistent than a lot of people that show up to these calls. That tree will be there tomorrow, the day after, the day after, the day after. Guys, don't get shown up by a tree. Be as consistent as a tree. No more unicorns, consistent as a tree. All right. So, guys, I appreciate y'all for joining us on this 3-day challenge. Matt, I appreciate you, my friend. Everybody here,
You guys too.
round of applause for Matt for helping us out with this one. It's been a few months since he's shown face, and I learned something in this challenge. So, guys, let's just make some money together. I'll see y'all on the other side of the community. We got a coaching call tonight at 6 p.m. for all communities that we have, both paid, free, right? So be there tonight, and I'm doing a full-blown 2-hour Q&A with all of you guys that have been involved, all right? So I'll see y'all tonight at 6 p.m. Peace out, everybody. I love y'all. God bless you, y'all. Let's run it.
Thanks, everybody.